morning, everyone. So today is a Saturday, and I've been really trying to get into this garden to weed out a lot of the weeds and to attend my onions bed because the gopher that I have here is destroying it pretty much and making them all flat. And so I'm also going to top them off today. I've been contemplating whether I was going to do it or not since this is my first time growing onions, but I decided I am going to do it because I see a lot of people with success with it. So let's get into it. Alright, you guys, so this is the onion bed. There's tons of weeds in here. So I'm gonna first weed everything out to the best of my ability and probably feed the weeds to the chickens. I'm sure they like that. So these are all the onions in the onion bed. See all the weeds? I gotta just take all that out so that way it doesn't stop the growth from my onions. And as you can tell, a lot of my onions are flat on the ground because the gopher just tramples over them. So we're gonna try and see. We might have to pull some of these out because they won't survive. And I'd rather have a small onion than no onion. So we will get into that. Alright guys, so I did the best I could, but look at all these weeds. I literally just pulled out of this onion, just this onion portion of the bed. I did my best, but I'm so happy I got out here today because I noticed a couple things. So if you notice right here, it's all damaged, and the research I've done is once it's damaged on this part of the stem, the onion is no longer going to grow. So I am just going to pull it, and actually the onion does not look too healthy and it's not that big. It looks like it was going to be a really big one, but it's not. I'm just going to pull that. There's this one too that is just limped over. Look how small these onions are, you guys. Just because this damn gopher. But what I'm gonna do is I am still gonna try and salvage this and maybe make onion powder out of these. So to top an onion off, I was told all you do is, I don't know if you can see. This one looks good, so all you do is just cut them off. But only, you have to still leave so much for it to thrive. So I'm leaving like, what, 3 inches maybe on them. And these right here, you can dehydrate and grind up and make onion powder. You also, there's a recipe, if I have enough of these, I'm actually going to make onion pesto. So green onion pesto, so we'll see. And look, I don't know if you guys can see the liquid coming from the onion. But we're just going to trim these off and see if they survive. But I am not going to let these onion tops go to waste. So I am going to figure out what I'm going to do with them. Alright you guys, so I did as much weeding and topping off as possible. There's this one right here that I'll just pull. These are all the tops, and then the onions are in that bowl below there. So we have so much. So when we get inside, I will show you all that. That's just from this portion of the garden. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to weed out. This is lettuce, even though you can't tell. And there should be cabbage in there somewhere if they haven't eaten it at it yet. So I'm gonna clear that out, and then I'm gonna put some blood and bone meal in this bed and water it down probably later tonight before I call it a day. So but that's what it looks like for right now. See a different angle of it. As you can tell, the sweet onions are really bad, but the white onions are doing really well. Alright guys, so I weeded this out and I'm so sad. So my lettuce is not looking too good. It's been eaten upon. Some of them are just like stumps. So I feel like I'm just gonna let it grow and let them eat it. And this could be their bed of veggies, because I actually threw some more lettuce seed down there, like a mixture, and it's starting to pop up, but I'm sure it will be gone soon. And then that's my poor cabbage, you guys. Poor thing didn't even have a chance. I mean, and there's several of them. Look at them. This is the biggest leaf I have. I mean, look at this one. So I know this is cold weather crop, so I can definitely still have time to plant it again after the hot weather comes through. So I am going to get some netting, and once these onions come out, I am going to plant a bunch of cold weather crops in this bed, like lettuce and cabbage and broccoli and cauliflower, and see if it does better in the fall than it does in the spring, because I just don't have time to plant it before the really hot weather comes. So that is what I'll do. I'll just let them eat it down. I'll share my harvest with them since I can't get anything from it anyways. I mean, I'm sure I could probably pick this stuff and this will still be good to eat, but I'll just let them have it. And this bed is a whole nother story. But that's for another day. Maybe today. Maybe not. We'll see. But this is definitely what I wanted to get out here and do, and I did it. And I just gotta go in the front where the other onions are and take care of that. Alright you guys, so this is my onion beds with my onion plants that I ordered. And as you can tell, they're doing way better. And look how thick that stalk is. That is encouraging, because now I feel like these onions are going to be nice and big. Like there's this one way back there. I don't know if you can see it. It's huge. I'm going to try my best to weed out and be careful, because some of these are onions. I mean garlic. I don't remember. So I know that these rows right here are onions. So I'm going to do my best to trim those and not try and touch these, because I'm not sure where the garlic ends and where the onions start. So I do know that these are all onions that are right here. These right here are questionable. And then there's my corn, sunflowers, and you can see starting to get petals. And then this right here, I decided I am going to take all of that crap out, which is a lot of it weeds, but I did see this must be a rose bed in here. A rose bush, whatever, because there's one right there. So I'm going to try my best to clean this all out, and I think I want this to be my herb bed moving forward. It's right in the front of the house, so or maybe even like just half of it, but we'll see. I just need to weed it out, get rid of all that crap. But let me do all this and I'll bring it back. Alright you guys, so I did my best. I weeded and I topped them off. These are the tops. So I think I got most of the onions. There are a couple in the middle that I couldn't get to without destroying other ones, and same thing with the weeds inside. I couldn't really get to those weeds because I'm like on the edge right here, so I can't really prop myself enough to lean over. But I believe that this is all garlic, but it looks a lot different the greenery looks a lot different than the onion greenery. Like you can, I don't know if you can tell right there, but those I did not trim. Those thicker ones are the onions, and then the thinner ones are, I'm assuming, the garlic. Next year I definitely need to do a better job of labeling, but I can tell these onions are going to be way better because look at all these, each one of these little things mean it's a layer of an onion, and a lot of them are thick and have a bunch of layers. So that's so encouraging, and I honestly can't wait till the harvest comes just to see. Because the one in the back is the ones I got from the store. There was those little round bulbs. These were the little plants, the little bulbs on the end with the stem. Those were these up here. So we will see. And then the garlic that I planted last year went to shit, but I did plant leftover garlic at my mom's campground, and those are thriving. So maybe next weekend I might take a ride, or maybe even this weekend, I'm not sure, take a ride up there to see how that garlic is doing. This one still has quite a bit of ways to go. I will be planting my garlic for next year this fall. I just got to figure out where I'm going to put it. I might just have this whole section, but I'm not sure. That's to be determined at this point. So that was my plan for today, and I succeeded, and I still have a lot more I need to do, but this was the topping of the onions I wanted to do, and then I'm going to do something with these onion tops. Alrighty, so I have an abundance of these tops, like an abundance. So much. So I decided I am going to wash these off, not like wash them with water, but just like get a cloth and just kind of like to make sure there's no dirt on them. And I'm going to chop them up and put them in my dehydrator.